Zombie apocalypse.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another great episode of Move Out, Draw Fire. I am the Widowmaker, and I like to extend to you an invitation to my channel. If you're here, if you're listening to this right now, I appreciate you. Cuts me real deep. Anyway, enough with that. If you guys don't know, I have a YouTube channel as well, which I post the videos of these very podcasts. It's nothing too special. It's me in my camper with my American flag backdrop, some lights on my face so you could see what I look like if you don't know what I look like, I guess. That's about that. So, if you do like to partake in the YouTube channel or the podcast, a lot of people would like to tell you on other channels to subscribe and like and comment and review and follow. You know, you do you. You want to, good. If not, I don't care. I do what I do. Enough said. So, I know it's been about a week since I put out my last episode. Had a little bit of technical issues, but we're back up now. Since then, started school. I think I've already covered that before. In my classes, the computer-aided drafting and design classes, I'm kicking butt in all those classes. I don't think I have anything to worry about this semester. My new classes are Intro to Revit, which is a computer program to help you build a house with blueprints. Another one is Intro to 3D Printing. We'll be able to use some printers, print some stuff out. Maybe I'll make a Baby Yoda or some kind of golf-related tool. So let's go ahead and kick the episode off with, I've already given you the basic information, what's going on with me, where you can go to find me, you know, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google Podcasts, a bunch of other ones. So let's get right back into it. So in the news today, I didn't watch it. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, it's still either Biden is a dementia-ridden psychopath who blames everything on everybody else and never takes the blame for himself, or he's the new Messiah who's walking among us, who's going to save us from everything that the bad orange man started. So, I wish there was a good news channel that wasn't biased, so you could just watch it and get the news without the actual input of everybody else. Just what is the news? All quotes, no speculation, no inner outer dialogue of somebody who's got an opinion, just the news. So if you've known one, let me know. Let's go ahead and talk about Afghanistan. Still kind of a big issue, dying down a little bit, but coming back. Listen, I've told you my take on Afghanistan. It is a shithole that we should not have been in for longer than we needed to, and we've already overstayed what we should have been. We got the planners for the 9/11 terrorist attacks. It's coming up on the 20-year anniversary 3 days from, well, this I'll publish this tomorrow, so tomorrow it's the 20-year anniversary of September 11th, and we've pulled out of Afghanistan rather abruptly, and we gave all the weapons and vehicles and whatever we had there, we gave it to them. So hey, good luck. Lost in a week, we all know that. So the Taliban is basically saying to the world, we're ruling Afghanistan under Sharia law. You're not going to stop it. We want us to go back over and fight again. That's not going to happen. So let's get down to like the entire Middle East. Now, as I've told you before, I've been to Iraq once on a 6-month tour, and Afghanistan 3 separate times. Yeah, 3 separate times, and Kyrgyzstan, Kuwait. I've been to a couple of those places. Overall, you're not going to change a country's way of thinking to from what they had to the democratic way that we enjoy, I air quote that, enjoy today. They do their own things. There's no way we're going to change it. I don't know why we tried. I don't know why it was such a big deal to get these people to get on a track to be like Western society, where it's not going to ever, ever, ever. So, in a nutshell, the Middle East is going to be the Middle East. It's not going to be a westernized society. It's going to do its own thing. And as long as it doesn't affect us in a way that, commits terrorist activities or invasions, whatever it is, just leave them be. That's plain and simple. We're not going to go to another country and tell them that they're doing it wrong when we ourselves are tearing ourselves apart from the inside. How are we going to go and tell somebody else how to be? It's impossible and it's stupid. So, let's get into some lighter topics, if you will. So, I was doing some online gaming yesterday with my brother-in-law, Michael. And he actually brought this up to me. The other day, I talked about video games. So, his gamer ID is Neomonoxide. There's a couple others, but I never specified mine. It is my gamer tag is Widowmaker84, and the O is a 0. So if you want to try to look me up, there you go. I'm on Xbox exclusively. So Widowmaker84. If you find it, it'll be all caps with the O being a 0, and then followed by 84, birth year, understandable. So Widowmaker84. So we've been starting back up on this Destiny 2. It is a science fiction shooter of the future in space on a couple other planets, the moon. It's a fun game. You get to fight aliens. You get some superpowers, stuff like that. So great game. And I was telling him yesterday that we had a soldier. He outranked me when I was a private. His name was Joe. And Joe had a problem. Joe had a big problem. The problem I'm talking about is not his alcoholism. Because I don't blame people for wanting to drink alcohol. I get it. I don't do it on many occasions. There's very few occasions where I'll have a beer or two. But I don't get the blackout drunk that I used to back in my youth. So, but I don't fault or shame anybody for doing it. I understand what it's for, so I'll move on. What I do kind of I would get after him, or other people would get after him, would be his constant need for medical attention concerning his STDs that he would receive. So, from what I can remember, you could hear him going to the bathroom down the hall. And it was just one hall, 20 doors on each side, straight line. It is a long rectangle building, center hallway, doors, rooms on each side. The bathroom was near the middle. He said it was like urinating fire every time. So he would go to the clinic, he would go to the medics, get the shot, and it would be gone. He would be healed from whatever transmitted disease that he got. And then next week, he would have it again. Well, we started wondering, Joe, why is this happening? The people in the unit were like, yo, why? Why? It's a legitimate question, wouldn't you think? Well, his answer was, well, I just keep having relations with the same girl. And she's not going to get checked out and fixed? And you keep going back to that? Stop it. This was not a clean woman. And he just kept going back no matter the consequences of what his actions would be. He kept going back. We told him not to, kept doing it. So I don't know how it went after he exited the military, what he's up to now, but I can probably guess it's, if he's some kind of multimillionaire genius that we didn't know existed, I would be shocked. But I would definitely say he's not making the best decisions, if that's the decisions he was making when it involved his own personal health and safety. So I have here down marked on my notes, don't be a fool, wrap your tool. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool. On to our next subject, which was, I believe, in my second episode on this podcast of season 1, I said today's public enemy was TikTok. Since that episode, I have become addicted to TikTok. I don't know why. It has happened. I can't stop it from happening. I can't stop it now. I'm addicted to it. And a lot of it is either golf TikToks or people hurting themselves doing stupid things. I cannot get enough of people doing something stupid and hurting themselves. I will laugh constantly and forever about that. If you find that you watch TikTok for some reason, you know, there's genres according to the algorithms that they have that'll point you in what you've been watching the most, whether it's girls dancing or video gamers or golf, for my instance, or military TikToks, and I've told you how I feel about them. And other varieties out there. You know, there's always something for somebody out there. If you find, kind of like I do, as a, not probably like a stress relief or just a relief in general, kind of from your everyday life, you want to escape reality just for a little bit and see how other people are ruining their lives, TikTok is the way to do it. It's got the same concept as Facebook. You just scroll, see a new story, see somebody solve a puzzle, see somebody make a wood project, which I like those as well. When they make something, a lamp or restorations out of wood or just old products that are 90 years old. Stuff like that. That's what helps me escape reality for a little bit, to get into like, oh, that's how it's done. That's how I could do it. And then my daughter comes up and shows me something on her tablet, snaps me right back in, like, oh yeah, I'm still here. So that's one way to look at it, as an escape or a temporary reprieve from reality, to go into a fictional world where other people are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, or, you know, what have you. So it's not, now, unless it's military TikTok, it's not as bad as it would seem. It is addicting. I send 90 TikToks to people every day. I've seen a few people that have already stopped, like, hey, anything you send me, I'm not watching. You send too much, stop it. And, you know, I apologize about that, but I'm going to keep doing it. So, tough shit. Now, I've talked about my YouTube channel. Right now, it's just videos of this podcast that is being recorded from that camera. I've got my, like I said, I got my American flag backdrop, or I got my POW flag backdrop, my Don't Tread on Me flag backdrop, whatever it is. I've got the channel up there, so you can view these videos and see my stupid face, or you can just listen to my stupid voice. Whatever you want to do, that's the way it is. I've got intro music to both of them. They're not the same for either of them. So if you want to take a gander, you can probably find out. There'll be a link in the description of this podcast and on the YouTube channel. There'll be a description for the YouTube channel on the podcast, and there'll be a link to the podcast on the YouTube channel. There we go. And like I said last time, I'm kind of trying to get open interviews with people. You know, we don't have to talk about anything serious. We can just joke around for a little bit. Because I know there are some people out there who just like to hear the no shit there I was, or what is it? See what a happened was videos or stories. See what a happened was, I thought I could fit that truck through that door and did not work. Or, so no shit there I was in Afghanistan, hiking through 6 foot tall, 14-mile long fields of marijuana, where I decided to make a marijuana angel. I did that with my very good squad leader, Clifton. That was a good time. There was another person there, but I will leave him unmentioned, because if he decided to run for public office of any kind, that would bring him down. And I'm not about that. I'm not about shaming people for doing non-illegal activities. Now, if you've obviously sexually harassed or raped or murdered or something heinous, yeah, you should probably do your time in prison forever. But I have different views on that, according to other people. So we will get into that later. If you do want to do an interview, I know Jesse wants to come back and do another kind of get together. I'm also kind of looking for a partner on the show. Somebody who can co-host with me. That way it's not just you listening to me and me being boring as all hell, and then he's too monotone, I can't stand his voice, he's an idiot. I don't fault you for hating my voice. I, on the other hand, think it's the song of angels. But that's me. And I don't fault you for thinking that some of the content that I put out is ridiculous on a level that can only be described as catastrophic. But if you're listening, that's what you expect. You've already heard it this far. If you're still listening, hating me, that makes me happy. Like I said, unless I've ruined somebody's day, I cannot sleep that night. If I can just ruin one person's day, just put a little song in their head that they can't get out of their head now, and now they're singing all day, and like, oh, damn that guy. I'm sleeping good that night. That's the way I work. I don't always do good things, but when I do, they're rare. So, open interviews. Like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, let's do that. Also, if you want to kind of co-host with me for a couple episodes or forever, let me know as well. But other than that, one last thing I want to talk about is how bleak our future is looking. So, I've done some research on this, not much to be a credible source or a published author on this subject, but I see in the next 20 years or so just a complete collapse of civilization. Now, this is not according to any conspiracy theories. It is just a thought. And if I had to guess why, the most likely would be the start of overpopulation, which we've already started, and a conflict or war or battle or something for resources. Something's going to run out here probably shortly, and that's how all apocalyptic movies start, is one thing fails, the whole system crashes. So if it's one thing, like there are theories and movies about once fuel leaves, everything's going to go. Once the water leaves, everything's going to go. Once the plants die, once the something, a new outbreak that gives us actual zombies this time, something, and then we move on from there into our new Mad Max kind of world. For those of you that are looking forward to that, good on you. Be prepared, I guess. Buy a gun before they're outlawed, quote unquote. So, the future's bleak. Open interviews. Check me out on YouTube, on TikTok. I can put a link for my TikTok on there. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. That's probably the best advice you could get if you want to avoid most transmitted diseases. Enough said about that. So I appreciate everybody listening. And again, I am the Widowmaker. And I appreciate you all for listening. And if you find yourself in a dark place, reach out to somebody. The Veteran Crisis Hotline. Phone number will be in the description. The text number will be in the description. It's completely anonymous. You talk with a real person. Call me. Call whoever you can. Get a hold of somebody, because nobody has to go through this alone. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody out there. I know I've said that a few times, but damn it, it's truth. Anyway. So, with that, I bid everybody a good day. And remember the 20th anniversary, September 11th. Give a moment of silence for those that we lost on that day and the days following, trying to prevent another act of terror from the same group and such. So have fun. Be conscious. Stay alert. Stay alive. Now I command you. Move out. Draw fire. Thank you.
Zombie apocalypse.